Okay, I'm just going to outline the resources I'm going to send through. So first of all, I'll put in here an assessment kit. This is for another course, but it's got the unit that we're looking at, facilitate groups. So some of this will need to be changed at the start, which we can do that. But the key feature of the assessment task, so basically they need to facilitate a team building activity in small groups. And this task in itself catches a lot of what's in the unit. So they need to meet with the assessor. The assessor's simulating a manager. So you can read through it all there. The manager says this is what the goals are. Basically, I've got a group, whether it be a work group or a sporting group that aren't working well together. The kids have to, or the students have to come up with an activity and put together a basically a plan for the activity using the team building template. So the template for the activity I've included after the assessment task. So in short, they need to plan the activity, the resources, the instructions, the equipment, etc. They need to deliver the activity and watch it. While delivering the activity, they need to take notes, which they do here. So it's one of those ones where they've got to do it like they would say at a school camp, where you deliver the activity, then after the activity you review it, say lessons learned. So this is what I saw, this is how you can communicate better. Here's an example of how you overcame barriers, what did you learn from it, were there trust issues. So they take notes there to discuss later. So again, they debrief the session at the end, going through a summary as I just discussed. They get feedback sheets done. They need to develop their own feedback sheets. And then once they've done that, they then have to take part in other people's team building activities. So what we've got is an observation checklist, and the observation checklist is the activity they facilitated, activity they participated in. So it's about them actually facilitating and participating as a group member. So that covers off a lot of it. I mentioned to Glenn it might even be worth putting a trailer of stuff together for this activity, whether that would be a good add-on for the schools, like poles, ropes, props, puzzles, that sort of stuff, to make it easy for the school. The kids can use them as part of running this activity, and they just need to approach VFA, the coordinator, to borrow the trailer, similar to what you guys did with the gym. I'm not sure they follow it up, but it might look like a good add-on. So I'd be interested to get your thoughts on that. There's also assessment task 2 is written questions that cover some of those gaps. Now, they need to, under the performance criteria for this unit, which you'll be familiar with, cover off on 3 lots of group facilitation. Now, with the other course, what we've got them doing is delivering 3 circuits now. Delivering circuits at the start, and this helps them get to their 3, but these students won't be doing circuit or resistance training or any of those things as a subject. They are going to be doing warm-up, so I don't know whether you think this could be a warm-up activity or a cool-down activity as part of this, or we just do other similar activities such as the team building one. But we'll need to consider that. Is where it'd be good to get some insight into how you've run this one in the past, and how much do the students get into running things like small circuits and stuff, even though there's not a specific unit related to that. So that's the assessment task for this unit from another course. I'll also send you another assessment task for this unit that I've purchased from elsewhere, so you might want to use bits and pieces of each. I've also sent you some notes that I've put together for this unit. Some of these notes have come from our interactives where they've been copied and pasted, so it will probably just need a bit of a spell and grammar check, and there'll be some variations in text structure and fonts, etc. These are pictures that we've purchased, so they can be used. If you need any more pictures, I'll actually get you like a USB with like hundreds and hundreds of these Adobe stock pictures on them. But anyway, these are some notes related to the unit. Covers off on a fair bit of it, maybe not all of it. What I'm going to be doing is over the next week do some interviews. The interviews are going to be this guy, Stephen Lurie. He's a fitness leadership coach, runs camps and stuff like that. So I'm going to interview him on developing a team. He's going to obviously go through some examples of good and bad things he's saying. One of my mates runs Kokoda trips, so in regards to group formation, I'm going to interview him about Kokoda, put a video together on that, talking about how, you know, the groups he takes, the phases they go through, right through to this one's probably relevant because often they don't want to leave, they want to organise a reunion a month after and so on, so I'll do that. And an interview, I'll probably do this one. I used to run team building activities for footy clubs and businesses and stuff, so I'll probably do that one. But any other interviews and stuff you'd like to see, so what we can do is video, do the interview, then we can have some video overlay of some activities occurring, so we can make them a little bit professional. So it breaks up the presentation. So there's some notes there. Also, I've put some notes in called bits and pieces. This is just other bits and pieces I've copied from our interactives, which I'll show you in a second. So that you might want to use some of this stuff to put into. Now this stuff all got built by, we had writers work for us a few years ago. So they're in interactives, which I'll show you in a second. But again, you might want to copy and paste that into the other notes. I'll also send you some other notes that we have purchased. So when we talk about interactives, what we've got is we've got heaps of these things, and they might be, this one's from massage, I think. There's other ones in fitness or childcare, talking about leadership, etc. So it's going to be about us, I guess, developing a couple of these, morphing them into one from the different courses, using the best bits from each. I don't know how much experience you've got dealing with these SCORM files. And again, we need to decide whether we want to go with them or not, but they can be beneficial. So they kind of work like this, and often we'll put a video in here. So it's about getting consistency, because as you see with this one, they don't have stage 5, some places don't. You just click on things and it brings up different information. So again, in situations, I've actually cut the information from this and put it into that sheet that I called bits and pieces before. But we have got these interactives, so I think this will really add to what we're trying to sell to the schools. So if we add these, if we get the videos done, which I'll start next week, and we use our resources, I think we've got a fair bit of stuff. I'll also include some PowerPoints. So anyway, let me know what you think. I'll give you a chance to digest what I've sent through. Probably be good if we catch up late, probably not this week, but maybe early next week, to put a plan in place then, and you can let me know what you like, what your thoughts are, and so on.